Right, so this store opened in fall of '96. I didn't open the business. It was originally a store called Penco Graphic Supply. Penco was a company out of Minneapolis. In 1994, there had been a campus art supply store that went out of business after, I think, the guy retired and just closed the shop. So for those 2 years in between, it was only the university bookstore that was handling the art supplies. And, you know, that store was different than it is now. So a couple of teachers at two different times, they didn't go together, but they had a connection to Minneapolis and knew the Penco Graphic Supply store in Minneapolis, and went in there and said, you guys should really open a store in Menominee. We're dying for a decent art store. The two brothers that owned Penco decided to open a store here. I graduated in '95. I started working here right away. I graduated right when they opened, and they had another manager for a couple of years, but he was mostly doing the printing. We did some printing stuff early on as well, and we got out of printing, and then I was managing the store for 10 years or so. And then I went back to graduate school and got an MFA in painting and drawing, came back, did a little bit of teaching. Conrad and Fred were the brothers. They sold me the store. So that would have been around 2010, 2011. So I always hire art students, and one of my employees was a graphic design student, and he did the logo for us. And we just changed the name, did the logo. I think it was easy to do that because, you know, our market is very small. You know, we have some certainly local customers that live here and have been coming to the store for a long time, but mostly it's students. So it wasn't like we had to undo, you know, decades of embedded, you know, design and branding. It was just pretty much a name change, a new sign, you know, new business cards, and new price tags, some internal stuff like that. It wasn't that hard at all. I had graduated from Stout, and so I knew the program. All the fine art stuff is kind of our bread and butter. I mean, it's physical supplies. And a lot of the teachers have been friends of mine off and on over the years. Certainly they're all acquaintances, have a good working relationship. We're not connected in any formal way. It's just that it's a small town with a big program, and they need a lot of stuff. So I just, over the years, have just opened, you know, good lines of communication with people and been able to respond. If this had been a business for sale and I was some out-of-town person who had no connection to the area and just decided to buy a business, I think that would have been difficult. I think, you know, having it be this organic kind of history of me being a student, knowing the faculty, managing, and then owning, all of that was very helpful in being efficient and a lot easier. You know, the learning curve was gradual, in other words, as opposed to sudden. Yeah, so I guess this is our 25th year, right?
Good timing.
Yes.
Gotta do something special.
I guess I had it.
Well, thank you so much.